Cricket presents The Campfire, and today we're analyzing District 3 5A Division 1. The teams in this district include Aledo, Azle, Denton, Ryan, Granbury, Fossil Ridge, Birdville, Richland, and Brewer. Let's begin by taking a look at this district in our film session. 2024 was another year and another district title for those Aledo Bearcats. They've won a national record 127 straight district games. Although last year, some of them didn't come easy, including a huge second-half comeback over Denton Ryan and an overtime thriller over Richland. But they don't ask how you did it, just if you won the game. No state title game appearance, however, as Ryan got their revenge in the playoffs. The Ryan Raiders may be the favorites as Quinn Hennigan is back behind center, and they return Raymond Smith at receiver and Trevon Reynolds in the backfield. Defense will be tough too, with Cookie Warmate on the line and Zaire Hiller in the secondary. A lot has graduated from an experienced Richland team, but they do have returners on the offensive line and Aaron Brooks at receiver. Brewer will be okay in the running game with Cameron Coleman and Brady Midler. Azle was a playoff team last year and returned quarterback Derek Vole and Aiden Mackey at receiver. Birdville will hope to move into the playoff conversation with Tristan Spain being a standout at tight end. Jaden Cohen really opened some eyes at wide receiver for Fossil Ridge as a sophomore, as the Panthers will look for even more out of him this fall. Granbury linebacker Chase Cantrell was a first-team All-District selection last year, while Braylon Young will be difficult to block on the Denton Bronco defensive line.
The Campfire is presented by Cricket. Smile, you're on Cricket.
We love easy. Yeah!
Players on the Rise is brought to you by Parker University. Do you or your student want a career training the world's best athletes? Check out our bachelor's degree in strength and human performance today.
The Campfire is brought to you by Kubota, the #1 selling compact tractor in Texas. For details, visit gokubota.com. Kubota, because you can.
For an even deeper look at 3-5A Division 1, here's producer Ward Fasold and our insider Matt Diggs with the district breakdown.
All right, let's talk some 3-5A Division 1, Diggs, and it's been 120-some games since Aledo lost a district game, and to be honest with you, they wouldn't have lost a game at all if they stopped tinkering around with Denton ISD. If they played no Denton ISD teams, they would have been undefeated last year. But they did. They ended up losing in the playoffs, but they swept through the district play. Those two teams, them and Ryan, seem like the top dogs again this year. Tell me your outlook here on 3-5A.
I'm going to go ahead and just throw this out there and spoil my own district campfire. The end of the Aledo district streak will happen this year at the hands of Denton Ryan. And the reason why I'm so excited about Denton Ryan, I mean, obviously they beat him last year in the playoffs when it mattered. So that's something you can look at and go, okay, well, that happened. But you look at what they have coming back, and they are very excited. I'm very excited about this. I know that the crew over there internally are very excited about this. Last time Denton Ryan had a big run, we had a Hennigan at quarterback. And what do we got this year, Ward? We got a Hennigan at quarterback. We got Quinn Hennigan. No quarterback debates. The podcast is going to be very lonely this year because we're not going to be talking about Mussett versus Hennigan anymore. We did graduate Braden this year. It's all Quinn's show. And last year, and I think this is what they were thinking about was they were thinking about this year. They're playing that 4D chess on us, Ward, because Quinn Hennigan got that experience. He had 2,700 yards left. Had 32 touchdowns, and now he's got that experience.
All right, buddy. Give me that 1 through 9. Let me hear what you got. Who's going to make those playoff spots?
I got Denton Ryan, number 1. Aledo, number 2. I'm going to stay with Richland, number 3. They've earned that right. Azle, number 4. Fort Worth Brewer just on the outside looking in at number 5. Fossil Ridge, number 6. Birdville, 7. Denton, number 8. And Granbury, number 9.
We'll post the entire breakdown segment this Wednesday on our social media pages. Now let's take a look at some game changers in our Players on the Rise presented by Parker University. Caden Finley of Aledo has been a massively productive receiver for 2 years now. Expect more of the same as a senior this year. The son of former NFL great Jermichael Finley Jaden caught 81 passes for over 1,400 yards and 21 touchdowns as a junior. It will be difficult to surpass those eye-popping numbers in 2025, but with Finley's physical style and run-after-catch ability, wouldn't put it past him for sure. Jaden has offers from Texas, Arizona State, and Notre Dame, among others. The offensive newcomer of the year in 2024 was Brewer running back Cameron Coleman. As a sophomore, Coleman burst onto the scene by running for 1,546 yards and 13 touchdowns. Yeah, I'd say that was quite the debut. Cameron keeps his legs moving, so tackling him up high simply won't work, and most likely will lead to a Coleman house call. Over at Denton Ryan, cornerback Zaire Hiller is the definition of a lockdown defender. At 6'4", Hiller's height makes it difficult to throw over, and his athleticism prevents long gains from developing. So what do opposing quarterbacks do? Well, I don't throw his way, of course, because when they do, Zaire came up with 5 interceptions and 31 tackles. Hiller has offers from Oregon State and Bowling Green. Last year's 3-5A Division I defensive MVP is Denton Ryan's Uzziah Warmate. Cookie, as he likes to be called, recorded 90 tackles as a defensive lineman for the Raiders. He gets in the backfield swiftly as he made 36 tackles for loss and 9 sacks. Double team this man-child off the line, or Cookie will make your ball carrier crumble. Warmate has offers from UTSA and Houston, among others.
Switch to Cricket and get nationwide 5G, so you can post that epic ooh. If you switch, you also get a free phone, which you need. Welcome to getting more. Welcome to Cricket Nation. Smile, you're on Cricket.
75 years of made-to-order goodness. That's Whataburger. Goodness 24/7. The Campfire is brought to you by Kubota, the #1 selling compact tractor in Texas. For details, visit gokubota.com. Kubota, because you can.
Our Ward for Sold caught up to Aledo head coach Robbie Jones to talk about his Bearcats in our Media Day segment.
All right, I'm here with Aledo head coach Robbie Jones. We're talking 3-5A Division I, which when that district came out last year after realignment, everybody looked at it and said, man, this thing is going to be as top heavy as heck. And then we went through the year, and what we found out is it was top heavy as heck. I mean, that was a top heavy team district. And you guys, when you came up on games that you had to play, you got obviously you went through the district unscathed. Yeah, you faced a Ryan team that looked like they were going to run away, and you're like, no, that's not going to happen. You came back and ended up winning that game. Talk about how difficult it was to go through some of these games in district and how it made it toughened you up when the playoffs came around.
Yeah, those district games were really, really tough. You know, of course, the first time we played Ryan during the district, they jumped up on us early, and then we responded well the second half, which, you know, I wish we had responded the same way in the playoffs. But, you know, our kids did a really good job of not panicking once we got behind. Adrian Fuller made a really good play for us, you know, returning the kickoff there right before half when they had just taken a big lead on us. And kind of got us the momentum, and that momentum carried over in the second half of that game and propelled us to a big victory. And then, of course, we had a big battle with Richland at home, and Richland took us into overtime. And you know, I thought, you know, right at the end of the game, I thought Coach Cates was probably going to go for 2 there at the end, and instead he decided to kick the extra point and go into overtime, which I'm glad he did. Because things worked out for us in overtime.
Excellent, Coach. Hey, I better get you off this call. I bet there's more coaches out there knocking on your door trying to hand out scholarships. But I do appreciate you joining me.
Yeah, hey, no problem. You know, anytime you need anything from me, just holler, and we'll get what we can for you.
Thank you, Coach.
You can catch the entire interview Friday on our social media channels. Hey, that'll do it for this week's Campfire. Next week, we head over to Fort Worth to talk about 4-5A Division I. Until then, have a great week, everybody.